Hey paparazzi, it's Tuesday and I'm live with sneak peeks. The items that I'm about to show you will be available tomorrow during new release time, and there are a lot of fun earrings that are headed your way. Let's get started with my outfit. I am wearing obviously a lot of brown. Brown is very trendy this season, particularly when it comes to plaid. So my pants are actually a brown plaid. They're kind of a mixture of like a warmer brown and then obviously more of a chocolate. I have on fun boots, if you notice. They're also the brown, and then they've got the cording, which is really big going into spring as well. I have on a Henley style tighter tee, right? And then a belt. Now, if you notice, my belt has silver as an accent. So I am wearing silver accessories, and I'm actually wearing items from the Cachet line. So you notice this is one of my favorite necklaces. And then I have got on all kinds of layers. I've even layered my bracelets, which is really fun. Listen, if you have not seen this one, you need to go snag this. This is a great bracelet, and I feel like it's great for those who love boho as well. So really cute. If you're gonna pair something with stone, if you're gonna layer as a base, all the way down to my earrings. So entirely Cachet today. All right, let's get started with the items that are headed your way. This is a really fun one. You're going to see that this is a stirrup. Okay, it is more of a dainty style necklace, but when I'm talking stirrup, I'm talking about the stirrup of a saddle. You're going to see the rhinestones around the outside, and then right here we have that gorgeous white stone. Okay, one of the things I love about this is because it's dainty and you've mixed both the stone and the rhinestones, the accent pieces can be an array of items. So you could play on the white stone if you wanted to have an over-exaggerated or like a statement earring. You could also have play on the idea of stacking stone or bracelets, but also because you've got that rhinestone, if you want to have it just a little bit more glitzy, you can definitely play into that rhinestone accent. Now this is a really fun one. This is a gorgeous ring. So this is going to be a base of black gemstones and rhinestones right there in the center. And then we've also got the silver. You can see that, right? The hematite. And then we've got those clear or white rhinestones. Is that not gorgeous? Now, one of my favorite things is this has a lot of dimensions. So you notice as I turn it over, there is actually a secondary layer on that ring. And I feel like that makes it so cute when you're wearing it. This is a really fun piece. I told you we have a lot of fun earrings. This is going to be a mixture of purples. And then you can see the flower right here, and then it comes down to the cascading stem, right? And it's more of an abstract look. I love that green. I love how it's anchored in the different materials. So, so pretty. And again, the dimensional petals coming around, and then the rhinestone right there, like so darling. This is a really fun one. This is a coil bracelet, okay? So this is gonna continue to wrap around your wrist. It will fit any size wrist. You can see right here, we have the gray faceted or defaced beads right there, right? I love that faceted bead because you're gonna get a lot of shine with it. Also, I love that it's a half white, half gray, okay? And there is an overlay, a metallic overlay that's really gonna give it kind of that brilliant shine. I also love this feature right here. If you notice, this is more of like a bit of a whimsical, almost a filigree type setting. And then you've got those beautiful gray rhinestones inside there. Is that not so pretty? Like, I love this bracelet. This is a really fun one. This is going to be a dainty stud. It is in a light pink. And if you notice right here, that is a tiny little heart. This is really cute for stacking. Okay, let me turn this around so you can see the heart. Okay, if you're gonna layer up the ears, this is a really fun one. This is a cubic zirconia, which I think is really amazing. And then again, that light pink and the dainty heart shape makes it cute as it stacks up the ear, or if you wanna use it in your main piercing, that's also darling as well. This is a really fun earring. So this is a mixed metal. This is going to be silver and brass. I feel like a lot of times we see brass and gold in a high sheen, but a lot of times when we have more of a texture, I love when we mix brass and silver. You're gonna see it right here, almost a framework, and then that flower right there in the center. I feel like this has a bit of a vintage flair just because of the scroll work and the dainty flowers. I also love that it comes to a point at the bottom. I think anytime you get a point along the jawline, right, or sitting against the face, it's very refining. This is a gorgeous bracelet. You're going to see that the rhinestones kind of come across the top at an angle as if it's crisscrossed. So you're going to see that very light brown right there, right? Rhinestone. And then this is going to be a hinge cuff. Absolutely beautiful. All right. This is a fun bracelet. This is a beautiful shade of blue. And I love the darling charms right here. You're going to see the Eiffel Tower. You're going to see a key, and then you're going to see that heart. If you also notice, let me show you this detail right here. Like, look how cute that bead is. It's a dimensional bead, heart right there in the center. Got some fun textures, and then if you notice, we have a mixture of opacity. So we have one that's a little bit more cloudy or like smoke's encapsulated inside the bead. We have transparent beads. We have different shapes. Like, it's a really fun bracelet and easy to stack, right? So if you love to be able to have multiple bracelets, then this is the answer. 3 bracelets in 1. Now we're doing something fun here at Paparazzi. You may have seen it on our socials that we're doing Elves in the Warehouse, and those little guys, they are loose inside the warehouse every single day. So here's how this one's gonna shake out, okay? I'm gonna show you an item that will be available tomorrow as well, because Elves in the Warehouse is involving cachet. So this is an item, a sneak peek for cachet that I am so freaking excited about. You are gonna die when you see this bracelet, rhodium based, okay? Look right here, gorgeous cubic zirconia. Like, look at those big gems. Comes around, okay, has the extension chain and a clasp. But I mean, look at this beauty. Is this not gorgeous? So this will be available tomorrow during new release time as well. Here's how the Elves in the Warehouse are going to work today. We want 100 new followers on our Cachet by Paparazzi Instagram. Okay. We also have a Cachet by Paparazzi Facebook page, specifically for just our cachet items. If we get 100 new followers by the end of the day, then the elves are going to place a random cachet piece for free inside 5 orders. Now I know you're all excited, right? And you can participate. So this is how it's going to work. If you're already following our socials, I want to make sure that you know that you are loved. So go ahead and drop in the comments that you are currently following. Just comment following. I want to know that you're following the Facebook page and the Instagram page, okay? But where we're watching is our Instagram. We want it to go up by 100 followers. So here's how you can help. If you are not currently following, go ahead, follow us, and then come back and drop in the comments that you are now followed, okay? You're currently following, and now you have followed. And that way I know you're new to following, okay? Now, if we can get to 100 and we see that rise, those elves are gonna go loose inside the warehouse, and they're gonna drop 5 cachet pieces, okay? Into 5 random orders. And I know you're dying to know if it's you, but it will be so fun, okay? So that's how you're gonna participate. Now I'm going to show you a lanyard that is so darling. I love that this is a simplistic lanyard, and I also love that it feels a bit novelty, but elevated novelty. So this actually has a treble clef. You can see right there, okay? It has the black rhinestones, so pretty, and then just the simple latch, okay, or clasp to make it a lanyard. Silver base, really fun. I feel like you do not want to forget. Obviously, this feels like a music teacher to me initially, but there are a lot of people who love music, right? Maybe you sing, maybe you play the guitar, maybe you play the piano. Like, there's so many people who have an amazing talent for music, and that's going to be something that feels sentimental. All right, this is a really cute headband. This is going to be more structured. This is a metal, right? So obviously it's in the gold. You can see is more of a braided texture right there. This is going to nestle right down into the hairline. You can flip your hair up over the top because of the width. Obviously it's a little bit smaller, so it's not over the top, and it's not going to raise up off of your hairline a ton. But that one is absolutely beautiful. And if you're loving the gold this season, that's a really fun one to wear as an accent piece. All right, this is a statement earring in its length, but I love that it's super lightweight. This is going to be a seed bead, but look at how those gorgeous colors come down. They come down in a column. They're going to be almost a duster length, so they're going to sit right against the collarbone, right? Depending on how tall you are, they might come up a little bit higher, they might come down a little bit lower, but this is a gorgeous one. And again, you've got those beautiful tones all the way through there, creating a pattern, right? A horizontal pattern coming across. Absolutely fun. Cute if your hair's up, cute if your hair's down. Again, these items will be available tomorrow during new release time, and we are so excited. Make sure that you follow us on Cache by Paparazzi on Instagram, as well as Cache by Paparazzi on Facebook. Come back and tell me, and then we're going to let the elves loose in the warehouse. I hope you have an incredible day. Most importantly, I hope you know you're loved.